So I missed an upload last week because I had nothing to film and no motivation to do it, but there's a key one today. So today I'm going to be going over the Twilight Killers, who are the youngest pair of murderers, or like double murderers, in all of UK history. So two 14-year-olds who were in a relationship that their parents disapproved of went missing one day. And the day after, a policeman went to the house of one of the parents to discuss the children going missing. When nobody answered the door, the officer assumed that they would be at work. Now, the mother was very passionate about her job, which was to help students at a school. She would stay after school to kind of supervise the after-school activities, and she also provided food. However, concern was risen when the school said that she had not been at school for the past 2 days, and they had received no notice of her being sick or anything. So the police went back to the Edward house and forced their way in. But when he had entered the house, instead of seeing the parent, he saw the two 14-year-olds that had gone missing, and he asked them where the parent was. The boy, Lucas, told him to go upstairs and see. Upstairs held the bodies of Mrs. Edwards and her youngest daughter, who was Kim's sister. Kim is the girlfriend of Lucas and the second half of the Twilight Killers. The murder weapon was in Katie's bedroom, which was a kitchen knife, and there was blood all over the walls and the sheets and just everywhere upstairs. The two children, Kim and Lucas, were arrested, and criminologists were interested about their questioning, and Kim, being the only one who really answered the questions, described the details of the murder quite graphically and said it in a very monotone voice.
Utterly toxic. This crime would probably have never happened if they had never gone out together and fallen for each other and felt safe and secure with each other, but they were against the world, and they went into this nightmare inhabiting world where they discussed suicide and murder.
So Kim said that there was a kind of secret pathway from Lucas's house to Kim's house, and that was how he was going to walk over to hers with a bag of knives. She was going to let him in through the bathroom window, and she'd empty the shelf under it so that if he happened to knock the shelf over or anything, no objects would fall and make any noise. She also said the murder was originally planned to take place 2 days before they actually did it. The reason that didn't happen was because Kim had fallen asleep waiting for him the 2 nights before. Emma Kenny, a psychologist, was shocked at how easily she could sleep knowing that she was going to end the life of her mother and sister.
Now imagine if you were somebody who was about to carry out some brutal murders. Would you feel like sleeping? Could you relax? How would your anxiety level be?
Lucas was supposed to kill Elizabeth, the mother, and Kim was supposed to kill Katie, her younger sister. When the night came, plans changed, and Lucas went upstairs and stabbed Elizabeth twice in the neck so that she couldn't scream. And he held a pillow over her neck to ensure her death. Kim then went upstairs to check up on the situation. She told the interviewer that she wanted to check to see if he was okay. So she wasn't concerned about her mother, but was rather making sure that Lucas, her boyfriend, wasn't harmed. Lucas then stabbed Katie twice in the neck and held a pillow over her face. After the murder, the two bathed and cleaned themselves, had sex in the living room, then watched the Twilight films on TV. They had originally planned to commit suicide right afterwards, but Kim changed her mind and stayed in the living room until the police arrived. When asked for the reasoning behind the murders, Kim answered it was because she always felt her mother had always put her younger sister above her. The psychologist Emma Kenny explained how, even though that may seem like a very minor and small problem, a lot of people will manifest that, especially children. That was probably what happened, and Kim probably just focused completely on that, and then it just got worse and worse. Kim and Lucas were also both really angry at Elizabeth because she had actively tried to forbid their relationship. When Kim stayed over at Lucas's house one night, her mother retaliated by giving all of her belongings to Katie, and when Kim was very, very young, Elizabeth punched her in the face for misbehaving, so this would give her the impression that violence is okay and normal. Bear in mind, she was only 6 years old at the time. Kim was also suicidal and had tried to kill herself 3 weeks before the murder. Her logic was that if she were to kill her mother and sister instead, they wouldn't have to deal with her mental instability. So this was a rather short video, but I feel like short videos are better anyway because, you know. And to end the video, I'm just gonna throw out a random thing. So I'm just gonna be going over a list of makeup brands that test on animals, and then I'm going to give you a few alternatives. Firstly, the ones who do test on animals. There's NARS, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, MAC, Benefit, Lancome, Makeup Forever, Rimmel London, Maybelline, Revlon, CoverGirl Clinique, Almay, Max Factor, Bobbi Brown, Chanel, Sephora, Dior, Avon, Mary Kay, Kat Von D, which is Kat Von D is... there's a lot. Anastasia, Hourglass, Urban Decay, and Smashbox. I actually think Urban Decay is cruelty-free now. I also feel like Anastasia and Hourglass would have or will be changing to
cruelty-free because I feel like they're really big brands and I feel like people are pushing cruelty-free products a lot more, so maybe we never know, maybe they've already done it.
And some alternatives. There's Elf, Fenty, Lush, Too Faced, NYX, Iconic London, LA Girl, Colourpop, Milk, Huda Beauty, Morphe, Wet n Wild, Milani, and Revolution.